stressing too much? I hope not. Because as we are now moving into our more mature years, yes we are, stress shouldn't be such a big thing anymore. We should be able to handle it a little bit better than what we used to when we were much younger and we didn't have all this knowledge and wisdom and life experience. So my thinking is that when we get to the golden age of 50, we should be better equipped to handle our stress. And stress really should be something that belongs to the past. But life still happens, I know, and things still happen that upset us, and every now and then there's a little bit of a concern or a worry, or I know it happens, but how can we deal with stress better in our lives now? That's the question. So in today's video, I want to dive into dealing with stress a little bit better, and I've got 5 ways that I use that really helps me a lot when I feel I begin to stress out. And I'm going to share that with you in this video. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is just embrace the present moment. Stop worrying about what has been. You know, all the things you did wrong in the past and all the mistakes you've made and all the regrets and, you know, what can you do about it? Can you change it now? No. So stop stressing about that stuff. Let it go now. Learn from your lessons and then let go of the mistakes you've made in the past. And we also just often stress about the future and 1 year from now, 5 years from now, and well, this and that, and calm down. The future will be what it will be. If you are now living more present in the present moment and you just compose yourself and you deal with it in the moment, you will be better equipped to deal with it in the future as well. So let go of the past and the mistakes and the regrets and whatever it is. Just let it go and stop worrying about the future. Number 2, redefine success. What does success really mean to you? In the past, you know, maybe in your 20s, in your 30s, we were still hopeful for a life, and we wanted to achieve this and we wanted to accomplish this and we wanted the big house and the fancy car and the top job and the beautiful, gorgeous spouse and all of that stuff. So we've put success outside of ourselves for a long time. But is that really the success that you want in your life? Or do you just want to be in a good place and just be present in the moment and just having a good life and just achieving what you want to achieve right now, but inside of yourself rather than outside of yourself? So what I mean is, stop looking for success out there, because that stuff is not that important. What is more important is what is important to you on the inside, and that is to just feel at peace, feel content, feel like you're doing good in the world. Spend time with loved ones and yeah, spend your time on the things that are most important to you, and stop chasing after all the outside stuff that we think is important and that makes us look successful but doesn't really matter that much. Rather spend time on the inner success and, you know, the small little goals that you do want to achieve in yourself. It's when we put so much pressure on ourselves to achieve the outside stuff that we really also put so much stress on ourselves. But if we just focus on what is important to us, that stuff almost, you know, when we let go of the outside stuff, that stuff, the inner stuff, just comes naturally to us. So redefine what success looks like for you. The third thing is to cultivate self-compassion. Now, we're often our worst critics, our worst enemies, even if I can put it that way. We are the hardest on ourselves, and we beat ourselves up when we made a mistake, and there's all that negative self-talk happening in our heads, and is that really fair on us? Is it really fair on yourself to speak so critically to yourself? How about just being a little bit kinder to yourself? And if you made a mistake, look at the mistake you've made, learn the lesson, and move on from it. And just forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made. And just really just start to have more compassion for yourself. We are not perfect. We make mistakes. We sometimes say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing or make the wrong decision. And then there's some negative effects of that. But it's okay to make mistakes. But how do we beat ourselves up afterwards? And is it really necessary to do that? So have a little bit of more self-compassion for yourself, because by beating yourself up and being your worst critic and such a terrible critic, you just add so much more stress to your life than what it could have been. Imagine the compassion you would have for a loved one, a parent, a child, a sibling, a best friend. And if they made a mistake, what would you say to them? So rather be compassionate with yourself the way you would be to a loved one, and just be kind to yourself. The fourth thing is to just let go of perfectionism. Perfectionism is just unnecessary. We don't need to be perfect. We don't need to do everything perfect. We don't need to show up perfect. We just have to show up, and we just have to show up to the best of our ability. So instead of striving for perfection, just strive to just be a better you, a better version of yourself. You don't need to be perfect. No one expects you to be perfect. So why do you want to push yourself so much and put so much stress on yourself to be perfect? Just be who you are, and just be a kind, loving person, and just do your best. But yeah, let go of perfection. It's an illusion. No one is perfect. Nothing is perfect, and that's just the way it is. And just accept it and let it go. The fifth thing is to practice joy and passion. Just be joyful. There's so much to be joyful about. And if you go out into the life and you just find the small little things that brings you joy, that just immediately removes the stress from your life. And be passionate about what you do. Don't do things half-heartedly. Just be passionate. Be passionate and be joyful. And you will find that when you live a life that is more joyful and more passionate, the stress begins to eliminate as well. Number 6 is to build a supportive community. It is good to have people around you, like-minded people, people that think like you, that see the world like you, to support you. People who you can open up completely and share your dreams with, your pains and your heartaches with, and everything. Just be able to tell your truth. People you trust, people who are compassionate towards you, people who support you, people who uplift you, who motivate you, who inspire you. Those are the kind of people you want to have around you. So make sure that you build a supportive network around yourself. And when you begin to feel stressed out, meet with those people, get them involved, talk to them about it. And that's the group of people that will help you to work through it and to find solutions, whatever is concerning you, whatever is worrying you, whatever decision you need to make that's stressing you out. Get these people involved. You trust them, you rely on them, they support you, they've got your best interest at heart, and they are the people that you want to share your life with so that they can help you to let go of stress and to help you to move forward. Number 7 is practice gratitude, and you will hear me often talking about practicing gratitude because gratitude is such an important thing that we need in our life. Whenever I begin to stress out even about anything, I try to sit myself down and just think about 3 things that I'm grateful for right now, and immediately it shifts my mood from being anxious or stressed into it's calming me down immediately, and it's just shifting my focus and my attention to something more positive. Because when we practice gratitude, that's exactly what we do. We start shifting our our perspective, we start shifting our focus and our attention on things that brings us joy, that we're grateful for. Even if it's the smallest thing. I sometimes sit in the morning and I'm just so grateful for the lovely cup of coffee that I'm drinking. And I just sit there and I actually taste the coffee and I savor it in the moment, and I really just take my time and I say thank you for this beautiful cup of coffee on this beautiful morning with a beautiful sunshine outside. So practice gratitude will move you from a negative, stressed out mindset to a more positive mindset, where you start to focus more on the things that is right in your life, that you are grateful for. And when you start looking for things to be grateful, what happens is you start opening up yourself to spot more things that you can be grateful for. So whenever you find yourself in a stressful situation, just sit down for a moment, breathe through it, and just find 3 things to be grateful for in that moment. And find how yourself find yourself in a better space. Number 8 is to focus on your health. Focus on your physical health to start with. Make sure that you get plenty of rest, enough water, healthy food, all the nutrients and the vitamins and the minerals, everything that your body needs. Because when you are physically in a better shape, you tend to deal with stress much better as well. But health is also your emotions and your mental clarity. So make sure that you're also emotionally in a good place. Balance your emotions and deal with your emotions in the right way, so that when things become stressful, you can be more resilient and you can just deal with the stress in a more positive way. And the same goes for mental clarity. When we become mentally clear, and stressful situations do turn up, because they do, things do happen. But when we are mentally more clear, we can look for solutions and find solutions in a quicker way. And then, of course, we're also spiritual beings, so make sure that spiritually you're also in a good place. Whatever your spiritual beliefs are, make sure you are connected spiritually to whatever it is that you need to tap into when you become stressful. So make sure that your health is in a good place, because when your well-being and your health is good, you deal with stress so much better. It's when we are unhealthy and our emotions are all over the place and we don't have mental clarity and we don't feel connected, when the stress feels so much bigger and so much more overwhelming. So make sure that your health and your well-being is solid and good. Number 9 is to embrace change. Change, people, is inevitable. It's gonna happen. Everything changes. The seasons out there change. The day change into night, night change into day. Kids grow up, we grow older, our parents grow older. We change, and we have to adapt to change. And often we are so fearful of change, and it's a scary thing. But if you just embrace change and just allow it to happen and just go with it, rather than kicking against it and resisting it, it becomes better, because we stress out when we feel that change is about to happen and we don't want it to happen, and we want to hold on to what is familiar and what is comfortable and what is known to us. But we can't. Nothing stays the same forever. We have to change. Change has to happen. And if you can embrace it and rather see it as a good thing than a bad thing, then a good thing will come out of it, because change is fantastic. We need to step into another being, if I can put it that way. And it can only happen with change. So rather than resisting change, accept it, embrace it, enjoy it, and see it as a good thing in your life. And the final thing is to just laugh more. Stop being so serious. Life is not supposed to be serious. Yes, there are moments where we have to be serious and we have to compose ourselves and, do what we need to do. But in overall, don't be too serious. Just have fun. Have fun. Watch a good, funny movie on a Friday night. Go out with friends and just have a laugh. Do what you need to do to have fun and to laugh and to uplift your spirits and to just be in a lighter mood. Because when we take life too serious and we don't go out and we don't have fun, life becomes a little bit hard on our shoulders, heavy on our shoulders. We start carrying very heavy on this thing called life. And when life becomes too heavy, we start stressing out. And that's when stress really begins to eat us up from inside. So let go of that seriousness. Laugh at yourself. If you make a mistake, laugh at yourself. See the humor in it. See the funny side in it. And stop beating yourself up and stop being so serious. So just laugh. Find something to laugh about. If you can't, there's so many. I do it every now and then. I go into YouTube and I just find those funny cat videos or dog videos or kid videos or even people that fall. I know it's probably not very nice, but it's funny, right? So just find something funny on YouTube and just laugh. Just let it go. Laugh out loud. Have fun. And you will find that you will deal with stress better too when you can laugh at life. So wrapping it up, I've just shared 10 ways with you where you can just reduce your stress, because life is not supposed to be stressful. Life is supposed to be fun. Life is supposed to be light and joyful. So use these little mindful hacks or mindset hacks that I've just shared with you. Use them in your life when you feel life is getting too serious and you're becoming stressed out. And see how it works for you, because I'm going to tell you now, if you use these steps or these little tips I've shared with you, you will find yourself feeling a little bit lighter, dealing with stress a little bit better. Because like I say, we're in our golden years. We're not meant to be stressing now. We've done enough of that in our lives. Let's just begin to enjoy our life and just have a good time and just deal with the things that come up in our lives in a more resourceful way. So I hope these steps can help you too. I hope these tips can help you. And I would love to hear from you. So let me know in the comments if any of these resonate with you, if you use them. If not, apply them, use them, and let me know how they work for you. And again, I want to remind you, if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be sharing more little tips and tricks that you can use in your midlife years, just to uplift you, just to have a more fulfilled and a better quality life. So if you haven't done so yet, subscribe, share this video with anyone of your friends or your family members that you can think of that can do with a little bit of less stress and a little bit more fun. Share this video with them so that they too can just benefit from it. And then of course look out for the next video, which will be out soon. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.